Brentford 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Not only do Tottenham Hotspur get a victory in the Premier League for the first time since December, it's also a road Premier League victory in a London derby against Brentford. Welcome into Top of the Perch. I am your host, as always, Nick Burt. Today, it was going to be a huge game for Tottenham. Obviously, this week is much important than anything else Tottenham are going to have most likely this season, with the Liverpool game on Thursday in the Carabao Cup, second leg of the semifinals. That is a absolutely massive game for this Tottenham Hotspur season. And then right after that on Sunday is your fourth round FA Cup tie against Aston Villa away. This is a crucial week for Tottenham Hotspur. And it all started with this Brentford game, a game that they could have very easily overlooked. And I think even Ange Postecoglou kind of alluded to that. There was potential for overlooking here. And yet Tottenham Hotspur go out there, and I won't say they dominated the game. Brentford had a lot more of the opportunities in this game, but Tottenham controlled what they needed to control and got the victory in this one. We start off with the kind of the thought that this was going to be a little bit overlooked. Mickey Van de Ven didn't play today. He could have very easily, from the sounds of what Postecoglou said, he could have played probably 45, so he could have played the first half. But with the Carabao semifinal coming up on Thursday, it sounds like we want him to be at full strength for that, so he sat out today. I'm fine with it, honestly. Our league position doesn't really matter anymore. We truly need to be all in on the cups. League position starts to very much matter if the relegation race gets worse. And obviously this win today very much helps us, but it could be a lot worse. I was fine kind of leaning back today, I'm much more focused on Thursday. But still, it's a very good victory for Tottenham Hotspur today. And my oh my, we saw some great performances. As I said, Brentford had a lot more of the opportunities today. And there were I'll say three players today that really went out there and just incredible. Absolutely incredible. That is Kinski. What an incredible match from him today. Rodrigo Bentancur, I thought he had a great match in midfield. I thought he was our best midfielder out there today. And we'll get to it, obviously. But spoiler alert, my man of the match, Jed Spence, absolutely phenomenal game from him today. That is just absolutely otherworldly type performance that we saw from him today. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible what we saw from him today. The fact that he's kind of just been, I won't say laying around because he's been on loan spells, but we almost did sell him for less than £10 million this summer. And now he's here and he's he's played himself into a competing role for when Destiny Udogie comes back. I 100% believe that. And if not, I think he's an incredible sub option. It was incredible what we saw from him today. This was a resilient victory. After everything that's been happening basically the past month, you get the win on Thursday. Again, Academy, all that. We went through that on that recap. But the Academy, all that stuff, that was kind of rejuvenating. This win feels like, hey, we're getting back. We are on the come up. We're almost there. Let's just get a little bit more healthy and bang, we'll be there. Again, it's Brentford. We can't act like we're beating Liverpool right now. But this is a major step forward from what we've been seeing, honestly. It could obviously have been a lot worse. like I said, Thursday, that's the big one. I'm very nervous, to say the least, about it. I'm very scared going into Anfield for that one. I don't have good feelings about it, but we'll just focus on today. Let's get into the stats. As I mentioned, Brentford kind of controlled a little bit. 54% of the possession. They had 20 shots compared to Tottenham's 13. 4 of them were on target compared to Tottenham's 2. And then with those shots on target, you then, look at the 2 shots on target. Well, one of them was an own goal, so it won't be 2 Tottenham goals out of 2 shots on target. But then you look at the expected goals. You got 2.06 on those 20 shots from Brentford, and you have 0.86 on those 13 shots from Tottenham. So, again, it felt like possession-wise, Brentford did dominate this game a little bit. But tempo and control, making the moves that they need to make, this was Tottenham's game today, and that's 100% what it was. Fouls, it was 4 for Brentford, 11 for Tottenham. That only equaled out to 1 yellow card for Tottenham today. That was a little bit surprising. And then corners. Tottenham didn't get a lot of corners today. They only got 3. The own goal did come off a brilliantly put in the box Son corner kick. Beautiful. Perfectly placed for an own goal, honestly. So that was very, very good from Tottenham today. So let's get into the player ratings. Heung-min Son, you can basically put 2 assists on him today. He only gets credited with the 1 on the Sarr goal in the 87th minute. But like I just mentioned, that corner flung into the box that was put in a absolutely incredible position for that Yantlit own goal. That is 100% credit to Son. That's why he got an 8-2 today. I thought he looked really well out there. That was just an absolutely incredible performance. Richarlison, 7.0. It could have been a lot better day from him. I know he had an opportunity early in the game where if he was just like a step further, he probably could have got a header on a cross that would have put it in the back of the net. But, you got to still remember, he's still working back from injury. We basically haven't seen him play much this year. So, he's still kind of working back from that. That may be a huge problem come Thursday. But he is progressively, I feel like, getting a little bit better. Mikey Moore gets the start today after that brilliant performance on Thursday. I'll be honest, it wasn't the best of performances today from him. He gets a 6-7. Could have been a better day. He got subbed off at halftime, which obviously didn't help him up his scoring for today. Yves Bissouma, 7-2. I thought he had a decent day. I think this midfield pairing, it wasn't the best of pairings. I think we could have done a little bit better. But, Yves Bissouma, some days he has the most incredible games, and some days he just isn't there whatsoever. Thankfully, neither of those were today, honestly. It was just one of those middle-of-the-pack type days for him. As mentioned previously in this video, Rodrigo Bentancur, what a performance today. I thought he was the best of the midfielders. He earns an 8-3. He played brilliantly today. I feel like when he's in the midfield and Kulusevski is playing a little bit more of a midfield position, which he did most of the first half today, because then at half Bergvall got subbed on and was kind of shifted again. But I feel like those two really pair good off of each other. So Bentancur gets an 8-3. Kulusevski is 7-2. Jed Spence, as mentioned earlier, man of the match for me today, 8-7. Absolutely insane, incredible performance from him. I am just so glad that he's actually starting to get playtime and show what he could have been. Not what could have been, but what he is. Because when we signed him, I was very excited about the signing, and then he just never played. Thank you, Antonio Conte. But I'm really happy with the playtime he's seeing and how good he's looking. And that's incredible. Ben Davies, Archie Gray might be the last time these two play together. I'm praying it's the last time they play together with the way injuries are playing out. And Obviously, Van de Ven most likely back fully come Thursday. One of them obviously drops out. I honestly don't know who it is at this point. My guess is it's Ben Davies. Just make sure Archie Gray stays on that field because he's a generational talent, honestly, just with the way he can play in fluid positions. But both had I'd say decent games today. Ben Davies 7-3, Gray 7-4. And then Pedro Porro on the right side, 7-7 today. I thought he did pretty decent. I'm worried that he's going to break at some point soon because it just feels like he's been playing all the minutes for Tottenham because we don't have any depth. The depth is changing a little bit. We'll get to that in a second. But it doesn't really help on that right side. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And then, again, as previously mentioned, Kinski, great performance today, 8-4. Easily could have been man of the match if Jed Spence wasn't just such an animal today. Just absolutely incredible from him. Look at our subs. Bergvall came on at half. He gets a 7-1. Sarr came on, I believe it was right around the 70th minute he came on for Basuma. He gets the only goal credited to Tottenham today in the 87th minute. And what an incredible goal it was. And then Dane Scarlett gets subbed on right before the 80th minute. He puts out, he only played for about 15 minutes, including stoppage time. So it is what it is. As I mentioned just previously, some reinforcements coming. Tottenham maybe make a panic buy. They have signed Kevin Danzo, the Austrian international from Lens. He is a center back. So there's a chance it's a Van de Ven Danzo center back pairing on Thursday. I'm not really sure how to feel about this signing. As I mentioned, it feels kind of like a panic signing. He was going to sign for Wolves. We kind of swept in at the 11th hour. Signed him away. I believe it's a 5-year deal. Believe it was right around 25 million euros or pounds. Going to be very interested to see how that plays out. But all eyes now turn to Thursday, the second leg of the Carabao Cup semifinals at Anfield against Liverpool. Tottenham have a 1-0 lead on aggregate, the slimmest lead in all of football. It's going to be nerve-wracking to say the least. Best way to put it. So we will be back here Thursday night, recap it, win, lose. We may be going to Wembley. We may not be. So make sure you tune in here on the Nick Bird Sports Network. Thank you so much for watching. If you just stumbled across this video, click like, click subscribe, tell anybody you know about it. We will see you back here Thursday night for another episode of Top of the Perch.